Hello, my name is Clay Data, and today I'll be talking about Moneyball and its strategy implementation. Chapter 12 contents from Moneyball. The Oakland Athletics go through three phases of change: unfreezing, change, and refreezing. The unfreezing is Billy Bean realizes they won't be able to replace Johnny Damon, Jason Giambi, and Jason Isringhausen, and he admits he has to find a new way to approach to bringing in players and being successful. Changes Billy Bean develops a new system on how to find players for cheap with Peter Brand by looking at their on base percentage. Scouting department doesn't enjoy this new method, and eventually the head of scouting gets fired. The refreezing is Billy Peter feel the heat from not producing results right away, but once they start making the players believe, the results are shown. The heart of the use of the hard and soft triangle. The hard is the elements of strategy, structure, and systems. It's Billy Bean just completely overhauling the way they look at players because since they are a small market, they can't afford to spend $7, $8 million a year on a single player. So they have to open their eyes and look at a new structure of doing things and a new system, which they did. The soft is the elements of style, staffing skills, and shared values. Soft square elements are often difficult to codify and usually take a long time to influence change. This takes a few months for all the rewards to come in. They finish with the first best record in the league and make the playoffs. And till this day, this has completely changed Oakland ways, and not just Oakland ways, but baseball in general, on how to evaluate players. Recommendations for Billy Bean is structure. Billy Bean had a hard time communicating with the scout team, which led to arguments, and had trouble with the manager Art Howe. If he was able to deal with them better, he would have been able to divide the labor and tasks much better. Skills, Billy Bean knew how to perform his task, but he had trouble with taking advice from others. His teams always did very well in the regular season, but when the postseason came around, they failed. A big reason is because the players he brought in had deficiencies from the beginning that really showed in the playoff. So if he had taken some of the advice of the manager or scouts, they'd have been in better positions come playoff time. What I learned from Moneyball is don't always stick to one way of doing something, as if you open your mind to different ideas of approaching something, you can be more successful. Always communicate when you're implementing a new strategy, as it's tough to implement one. Having some that are not on board will make it more difficult. And thank you very much.